Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do my week one of January weekly wrap up and the first full week of 2022 wrap up. I read a total of um, 11 books in the last 9 days. This is going to be from the 1st through the 9th, so it's a little over a week, but that's what I'm gonna wrap up. And I am super excited so far about almost all of these. Um, so sorry, I'm just getting um some ready for my Kindle. So the first book I read was Who Needs Air by Cassie Graham. This was for Buzzword a thon for the 5Ws, and this follows Campbell and August. This is a second chance romance. Um, First book by this author, um, a TBR backlist, so I got it off, and um, a standalone. This follows Campbell or Cam, and she is an author, and August, who is a movie star, and he is playing the role of Cam's um, hero. That they're making it into a movie, and he came back um, to shoot it in their hometown. And it's their story. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this, and yeah, thought it was really good. And then I read When Forever Changes by Siobhan Davis. This I listened to this on audio, so it was my first audiobook of the year. This is a romance reveal book box, so my first one of those. Also for Buzzword, and my first book by this author. Um, this I gave 4 stars, and it's book one in the Forever Love series. This follows Gabby and Dylan and Slater, so it's like a love triangle. And Gabby is dating Dylan, and then he cheats on her, and then they break up. He's also hiding a secret, and then she starts seeing Slater, and I give this 4 out of 5 stars. That don't go. I feel like it's better not knowing too much about this. Um, so, but 4 out of 5 stars. Um, and then I read Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Oseman. This is the first book by this author too. It's a graphic novel. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This follows Charlie and Nick. This is a YA graphic novel, LGBTQ plus rep in this. Really, 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 really cute. I highly recommend. But I'm sure everyone pretty much has read this. But really, really enjoyed. Super cute. 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read volume 2 of Heartstoppers. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. Love it. Super cute. And then I read my 2 new releases. So Only One Mistake by Natasha Madison. This is the 6th book in the Only One series. This follows Michael and Jillian. This is a one-night stand, and she ends up pregnant. And then it's 6 months later. He goes to pick up his niece, and Jillian is the teacher, and he sees that she's pregnant. She did try to get a hold of him, but his phone, he got a new phone, so he wasn't able to. 5 out of 5 stars. This was the first book in 2022 that I bought and have read. And yeah, for my TBR game, this was filled the prompt of bought in 2022. 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it. Really good. hockey romance. Then I read Beyond the Play by Kaylee Ryan. Or I should say, both of these came out on the 4th of January. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This is the third book in that Out of Reach series. This is a baseball romance. It's also available in Kindle Unlimited, but I bought it. This follows Parker and Holden, and Holden is a baseball player and he gets traded, and he meets Parker at a bar and is really fascinated by her. He was a player, and Parker knows who he is and doesn't want anything to do with him, and they form a friendship. It's super cute. 5 out of 5 stars. And the second book in 2022 that I bought and have read, also for my TBR game for new release. And those were the only Kindle books I've read. Everything else I own physically. So the next two books were also for Buzzword. So Ask Me Why by Harloe Rae. This was the first book by this author, a romance reveal book box book, audiobook number 2, and this is a standalone. I gave this 3 stars. It's a single dad, enemies to lovers. I wasn't a huge fan of this. Follows Braylon and Brant's, and he was kind of a butthead, which I don't mind mostly, but it was just not very nice. And it was okay. So yes. And then the next one I actually DNF'd. And that is When Hope Ends, Life Begins by Fraya Barker. It wasn't that it was bad. I just was not really feeling this. Because I was reading this one and this one at the same time, and I was just like, no. But this follows, I don't even know her name, Mika, who loses a son, and he donates his organs, and then it follows Jason, Jude, and he is a bar owner, and his daughter is sick and needs a heart transplant, and you can see where that's going. So yes, I got to like 40 pages, and it wasn't that it was bad or anything. I was just not. It's very predictable. So yeah, and it's short. I could have probably finished this, but I didn't really want to. So I'm okay with that. So I did DNF that. And then I read Whiskey Prince by Toni Aleo. This is the first book in the Taking Risks series. This was a reread. This was for my Kindle TBR game for reread. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This follows Emberly, who is an orphan. Her dad died at when she was 12, and then her mom has cancer and she passed away when she was 18. So her mom leaves her letters, and one of the letters was telling her to go spend a year in Ireland. That's where her dad and mom grew up. So she goes and meets Declan, who is the Whiskey Prince. He is next in line to run his family's whiskey distillery, and they meet, and it's really cute, super short, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and super excited to continue on with this series. Then I read Happy Singles Day by Anne Marie Walker. This was the first book by this author. This is audiobook number 3 that I've listened to. My TBR game for Random Color, Blue, and new to me author number 5. TBR book backlist number 2. And I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. I listened to this, as I said, sorry, on audio. This follows Paige, who is a planner, and Lucas, who owns a bed and breakfast, and Paige decides to go and stay at the bed and breakfast, and it's their story. As I said, I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was cute. So yes. Then the last 2 books I read were Volume 3 of Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. 5 out of 5 stars. I bought this, so it was number 3 and bought in 2022. And then I read number 4, volume number 4, 5 out of 5 stars. Also bought this, so number 4 bought. Both of these also deal with mental health issues, so just be aware. And bullying and having very serious topics. So just be aware there is like eating disorders and triggers for those. But I really, really enjoyed reading these graphic novels. And highly, highly, highly recommend. Super cute. With a lot of repetition. So, but yeah, those are all of the books I read this week. And, well, you can't see all of them. Plus the 2 ebooks. So it's a very big stack, and a lot of pages. I will have my buzzword vlog. I did vlog a little bit of that, and also I participated in a 24-hour vlog, so you'll have those coming out sometime in the next week or so. And yeah, if you've read any of these, what did you think of them? And if you've read any books so far, what have you read? And I'll see everyone later. Bye.